Sahih al-Bukhari 215. Narrated Suwaid bin Nu'man. In the year of the conquest of Khaybar I went with Allah's messenger, till we reached As-Saba where Allah's messenger led the Asr prayer and asked for the food. Nothing but sawiq was brought and we ate it and drank water. The Prophet got up for the Maghrib prayer, rinsed his mouth with water and then led the prayer without repeating the ablution. Sahih al-Bukhari 216. Narrated Ibn Abbas. Once the Prophet, while passing through one of the graveyards of Medina or Mecca, heard the voices of two persons who were being tortured in their graves. The Prophet said, "These two persons are being tortured not for a major sin, to avoid." The Prophet then added, "Yes. They are being tortured for a major sin. Indeed, one of them never saved himself from being soiled with his urine while the other used to go about with calumnies, to make enmity between friends." The Prophet then asked for a green leaf of a date palm tree, broke it into two pieces and put one on each grave. On being asked why he had done so, he replied, "I hope that their torture might be lessened, till these get dried." Sahih al-Bukhari 217. Narrated Anas bin Malik. Whenever the Prophet went to answer the call of nature, I used to bring water with which he used to clean his private parts. Sahih al-Bukhari 218. Narrated Ibn Abbas. The Prophet once passed by two graves and said, "These two persons are being tortured not for a major sin, to avoid." One of them never saved himself from being soiled with his urine, while the other used to go about with calumnies, to make enmity between friends. The Prophet then took a green leaf of a date palm tree, split it into pieces, and fixed one on each grave. They said, "O Allah's Apostle, why have you done so?" He replied, "I hope that their punishment might be lessened till these, the pieces of the leaf, become dry." As narrated in the Hadith, if there's something you have eaten which is fat or whose traces might linger in your mouth, then we have to rinse our mouth and not repeat the whole ablution for salah. But as mentioned previously, there is something you might have eaten which doesn't linger in the mouth or traces of it are not lingering in the mouth, then you can pray salah in the same ablution, but it is preferred to rinse your mouth, Allah knows best. Normally we might have seen people or might do it ourselves that we don't clean our private parts after urination. It is better to use water if available, if not then any rock may suffice for the act of cleaning. We have seen that a person was being tortured simply because they didn't used to clean their private part after urination. And this person didn't know but was in the state of filth after that. Also, if a person bad-mouths you behind your back, then you should know that this person will be tortured in the grave for their act, and you don't have to join in to confront them or say something behind their back, as Allah provides justice always and it is best of judgment by Him. So we should try to avoid to take the matters into our hands and make a scene of it. We should be patient, and if the person comes to you for forgiveness, which is obliviously hard, but once you have done this, Allah will definitely upgrade your rank in Jannah. Keep yourselves clean, even the private body parts, and may Allah grant us all a place in Jannat al-Firdaus.